Good morning, friends. It is time for our morning meeting. Alright, remember to go to the calendar link that's in your email and do your calendar homework. What's the weather like today? Like today? Like today? What's the weather like today? Today is... Alright, go look out your window and see what the weather looks like. Is it sunny? Is it cloudy? Is it raining? What do you see? And remember, now you have a special weather chart that you can put what you decide on there. So if you think it's sunny, cut out the sun and glue it to your calendar on the right day. Okay, and as you know, we have a super exciting theme this week. Who remembers what our theme this week is? Yeah, it's Jesus is alive. And we are talking about Easter because Easter is when we celebrate Jesus' life and that he is alive. Can everybody say Jesus is alive? Good job. Alright, so we are going to open 3 eggs today. So go ahead and get out the eggs that came in your packet. They're just the same ones you used with Miss Ryan yesterday. But this time you're going to get eggs that have the number 4, 5, and 6 on them. So find your eggs that have the numbers 4, 5, and 6. Alright, so our first one is, are you ready? Remember, mine might be different than what's inside yours. Is yours making the same noise as mine? Alright, let's see what's inside. This is your egg that has the number 4. Mine is praying hands. What is yours? Yours is a scroll. It's a rolled up piece of paper and it's a scroll. And they work together to tell us this story. After dinner with his disciples, Jesus took them to a garden. He asked them to pray, praying hands, while he went to another place in the garden to talk to God alone. He began to be sad and dread what he knew was going to happen soon. He knew he was going to die. Jesus was willing to die, for he once said, "No one takes my life from me, but I lay it down of my own accord." That's John 10:18 from the Bible. You see, one of the remarkable things about Jesus was that like no one before or since, he was both God and man at the same time. The God part of him was willing to die because of his great love, but the human part of him did not want to experience the great pain that he would surely suffer by dying on a cross. When you are afraid or sad, you should do just as Jesus did and pray. Alright, that is egg number 4. Jesus prayed in the garden that if there was another way for him to save everyone from their sins, that he could do that way instead. But the God part of him knew that this was the only way, and it was worth it to him. Alright, that is egg number 4. Now, egg 5, it'll have the number 5 on it. Shake it. What do you think this could be? Mine is a whip. Yours is a rope. They're kind of the same thing. So the whip reminds us of when the soldiers took Jesus and they whipped him, which means they beat him and they hurt him really bad. This is the story. When Jesus finished praying in the garden, the men who wanted to kill him took him as their prisoner. Then they brought Jesus to Pilate, their ruler, and had Jesus whipped. The whip was used long and hard, and it hurt Jesus so much that he bled. Oh man. Jesus hadn't done anything wrong. The men who wanted to kill him were afraid of losing power, so they wanted Jesus out of their way. They knew that if people really believed that Jesus was the Son of God, which he was, they would follow him. Alright, so the people took Jesus because they were afraid of all the power he had. And they thought that people might make Jesus king instead of the person who was king. So they took him. But they thought that Jesus was lying about who he said he was. But was Jesus lying? No. Jesus really was and is the Son of God. Alright, last egg for today. Let's see what's in here. Remember, we have something different. What is that? It's a rooster. A rooster? What is a rooster doing in our story of Easter? Let's read and find out. You may wonder what a rooster has to do with the Easter story. For Peter, one of the disciples of Jesus, disciple means he was a friend of Jesus, the sound of a rooster crowing triggered great sadness and caused him to cry. Here's what happened. Peter was one of Jesus' closest friends, and he once promised Jesus that no matter how dangerous things might become, he would always be loyal. Peter said that Jesus could depend on him, but that began to change when Peter realized that those who planned to kill Jesus might want to kill him too. In fact, Peter was so afraid he denied even knowing Jesus. Just the evening before, when Peter had promised to be loyal, Jesus told him that he would indeed deny knowing him, not just once or even twice, but 3 times. In fact, it happened, just as Jesus said it would. The rooster was still crowing when Peter remembered what Jesus had said. Before the rooster crows twice, you will deny me 3 times. Peter was so ashamed that he ran away and cried. The good thing is, Jesus knew all along that Peter would deny knowing him, but Jesus loved him anyways and still called him a friend, even though he knew what would happen. He loved Peter anyway. And even though Peter denied knowing Jesus, after Jesus went back into heaven, Peter became a great leader who told others all about everything that Jesus did and who Jesus was, and because of Peter, many people came to believe in Jesus because of him. So it's really cool that even though Peter messed up and he made a mistake and he pretended that he didn't know Jesus because he was afraid, that he still has a really cool story and he did a lot of really good things for the gospel. Alright, those are all of our eggs for today, and tomorrow with Miss Ryan you will get to do 3 more. Remember to go to the links in your email and you can watch some of our videos from morning meeting, and they are on our YouTube channel and they're also linked in your email. Okay, who remembers what letter we are learning about this week? Letter Y. And what sound does letter Y make? Yeah, 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 yeah. Go ahead and try it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Good job. And what is our Letterland character that helps us remember letter Y? Good. Yellow Yo-Yo Man. That's a very long name. Let's say it again. Yellow Yo-Yo Man. Good job. You can Also, watch a video for our letter Y. We have our Letterland character song, and we have a song about the letter Y. So go ahead and find those links and you can watch our video to help you remember what starts with letter Y. Can you think of any words that start with letter Y? Yellow. What else can you think of? Try to think of some words that start with letter Y. You can even get one of your library books and look through the book and see if you can find the letter Y. Alright, and now it is time for our letter poem. So you read it yesterday, we're going to read it again today, and then it will be time to practice it. Let's give a yell for Y. Let's give a yell for Y. Y is for you and yellow too. Let's give a yell for Y. Let's say it one more time, all together. Let's give a yell for Y. Let's give a yell for Y. Y is for you and yellow too. Let's give a yell for Y. Alright, it's time to sing it. Let's give a yell for Y. Let's give a yell for Y. Y is for you and yellow too. Let's give a yell for Y. Let's give a yell for Y. Y is for you and yellow too. Alright, last thing. Our fruit of the Spirit is gentleness. Good job. Gentleness. Let's clap it. Gentleness. How many syllables do you hear? 3. Good job. Gentleness. Our verse is, a gentle answer turns away wrath, but harsh words stirs up anger. What does that mean? It means that when you give a gentle answer to somebody, even when you're frustrated, that settles everything down. But if you give a frustrated or an angry words, then that just makes it all worse. It stirs up anger. Alright, that's everything. You might have seen her a little bit throughout the video. You want to say hi, Leela? Say hi.